This is a Porsche GT4 that spent the last 7 months in a workshop. No windows, no cover, just sitting there collecting dust. 90% of the body has been repainted after some spirited donuts. The paint is fresh, but it's missing the final touches, refinement, clarity, and gloss. So I brought the real tools, the real products, the ones that I actually use on high-end cars. These 18 products got the GT4 back to life. In this video, a no-fluff breakdown of the entire detailing process on this GT4. From paint refinement to interior rescue, 18 products, step by step, and you'll see exactly what I use and most importantly, why. So let's jump right into it. I want to take a moment to thank all my regular viewers. I've noticed an increase of support from you guys since March. So thank you so much. And for those who are not subscribed yet, please click on the subscribe button. No cost to you and it's very helpful for me. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. All right, like I mentioned in the intro, this car has been sitting, it's been from shops to shops for various type of work. So this is mainly a huge amount of dust. I've rarely seen a car that dusty. So my first reflex is to use my tornador and remove the floor mats. Start the detail on the right foot, blow off all the major areas, the carpets and the nooks and crannies. So if you're serious about deep cleaning interiors, making them as perfect as possible, you'll want to check out the Tornador blowgun. For all the products and the tools mentioned in this video, I'll have the link down below. Always use the code Dogma to save you some money at checkout, and thanks for your support. After the blowout, I'm going to take care of the driver's floor mat. For this step, I'm going to use my toilet style brush I can fix on my drill just to make sure I have removed almost pretty much 100% of the loose debris in there, and then attach my standard drill brush. And my product of choice to pre-treat the carpet and clean them is going to be Geon fabric. So I've been mentioning this product a few times recently. It's a really good staple in my arsenal to deep clean the floor mats or any kind of fabric for that matter. Does not foam too much and it can be applied if you don't have an extractor. You can just spray this on the material, on the fabric, blot it with your microfiber towel and move on. Now the rest of the carpets were not too bad. So my second step in this case would be to tackle the front and the trunk, the plastic or the engine compartment, all those plastic and those nook and crannies under the hood, making it pop, giving it a good clean with Koshemi Green Star at 10:1. Really great value, nice APC, very safe and super powerful, has been serving me for years and years. Now take a good look after the drying process of that driver's carpet. Looks really, really good. Really dark, restored the color, looks awesome. Now after I'm done with the carpets, time to tackle the Alcantara. This Porsche GT4 had full Alcantara everywhere, so my first product of choice when it comes to Alcantara is to use Koshemi Polestar, and I've always used the dilution of 5:1. It's a great cleaner, versatile and pH neutral, and it's built for Alcantara itself. It's approved by Mercedes Group and all that. So I felt very good using Koshemi Polestar to clean all of that interior, carbon fiber, carpets, bucket seats. So for me, using these spray nozzle, the foamy spray nozzle, is really a plus when using Polestar. So I cannot say good enough things about Polestar, but I know there's many of you guys that expect the cleaning power of something of Green Star or a really strong interior cleaner. This is not the case. This is not like CarPro inside. This is a pH neutral product, so use it for the right situation. So Polestar is good to maintain your car, to maintain something that is already pretty good, but not for those disaster detail, all right? For the Alcantara, I really like to brush that fiber first and at the end, even using the tornado gun, blowing all that fibers, just to fluff them up. At the same time, using that blow gun on the Alcantara, that's really gonna release that last bit of liquid in there. Now, when it comes to the nooks and crannies, to clean them really good in the interior, I like to use that Detail Factory Boar's Hair brush. Be careful when you're shopping for those. They have the crevice one, which are really short. So this is the regular format or the large one, I believe. And those are not cheap, but they last a really long time. You can leave that in a bucket of water. They're not gonna lose their bristle or anything like that. This is the highest quality, in my opinion, of brushes. They have many colors offering. So great looking, comfy, works like a champ. The pre-wash of the body of the car. So like I said, this car has been sitting. It's looking really nasty. There's a thick crust of junk on this. So I decided to pick up Geon foam at 5:1 in the foam cannon. It's quite aggressive, works really well. I've tested this against the top of the line pre-wash on the market. It smells good and it cleans like a champ. If you give it enough dwell time, it's gonna give it a really great cleanup before doing the contact wash and avoiding unwanted scratches. So while the pre-wash was dwelling on the paint, on the wheels, on everything, I started to rinse the wheel first and use my Detail Factory tire brush along with Geon tire cleaner. Great tire cleaner, not the most foamiest tire cleaner, but works really well at pulling the brown and cleaning a greasy and nasty neglected tire in general. So it just happens normally that I'm using a lot of Geon products, but this is not a sponsored video or anything like that. Then I was left off with the wheels. This car has seen so many miles on the track, so those are track wheels. They are somewhat caked up, so I decided to go with a iron remover type of wheel cleaner from Bola Solution. Great product, not the strongest out there, but those type of wheels really needed that moderate and maintenance type of wheel cleaner. Great product, does not smell bad, has a good fragrance. And again, I use the Detail Factory Boar's Hair brush for this process. When I'm not facing a OEM wheels, I tend to avoid those acidic products, although I really like to use acid sometimes. But in this case, I was not sure what those wheels were. For safety reason, I decided to jump with the iron wheel type of cleaner. So after I'm done cleaning the wheels, I use a spray and rinse product from CarPro Hydro 2 Light. This is already diluted and I'm just using this specific product to beat off the water off the wheels, give me an ease of drying process at the end. This is not a product that I like to use on the paint. Recently, I've noticed more and more that the spray and rinse type of product tend to leave a film on the paint. I'm not talking about streaking or anything like that. I'm talking about a clear film masking the gloss over time. I'm not sure if those products are building up or something like that, but I'm not a big fan of spray and rinse product for the paint. Now I rinsed the Porsche GT4 after the pre-wash. It came out really clean. I was super happy with it. So what I decided to do next is use a rinseless wash, giving me that fast clean and that non-rinsing at the end using Armor Detail Supply Hero. Great rinseless. Keep in mind this product leaves some protection behind, but in this case I did not care about that protection. I was going to polish that paint anyways. The rinseless product, very nice. Armor Detail Supply Hero, great product, smells very good, cleans well and very slick. Highly recommend it. But I use my preferred and favorite sponge for this. Really great sponge from DIY Detail. Have some give to it to contour the body lines. Very safe. If you put too much pressure, you're going to be safe with this. Works like a champ. When you dunk it in your bucket, that's gonna be releasing all that dirt and debris compared to microfiber. Microfiber tend to hold to the dirt. So this is an advantage of using the rinseless and the sponge. Next up, drying the paint. Very simple. I use my Fantastic Clean drying towel. I'll leave the link down below. Those are actually a previous sponsor of the channel. Great towels, twisted loop. This is one of the main source of microfiber from China, and they make the towels for most of the brands that you already know. So give it a try. Great towels. They actually look very similar to a big brand name in the US. They just have a different pattern on their fluffy lines here. For the decontamination process, removing the brake dust, the tire bits, the tar, anything that is stuck on the paint that is not coming off with the regular wash. I did not have that much. This paint was, like I said previously, 90% of the car was repainted. Anything that I could find on this paint was just from sitting. So I went over with my clay towel quickly, along with the Rinseless. So the DIY detail clay towel has been a staple of mine as well for more than a year now. Great towel, does not scratch, don't apply unnecessary pressure, but works really good and lasts a very long time. Now, part of the mission on the Porsche GT4 was to bring the paint to the best gloss level possible. So fairly fresh paint, really well done paint job. I think this car had over $45,000 of repair on it. So I was kind of expecting good paint, but still with my inspection light, I could find some watery swells. For this type of situation, I decided to use my Rupes cordless polisher. 15 millimeters, cordless, great polisher. Not the strongest, but for a job like this, perfect. And to make sure to get the highest gloss, I chose the Lake Country HDO foam pad, great pad. Finish really, really good. 90% of the paint's out there, but also has some cut when it needs to. And for my abrasive, I decided to go with P&S Rehab, making a quick job on this one. Very easy wipe off, very long working time, cuts good when you use the appropriate pad, and adds a ton of gloss when using a finishing or a medium type of pad. On my test spots, I was getting exactly what I wanted. Really, really deep gloss, super good reflection, and absolutely no haze left behind or no watery swirls. Anything, any defects were left behind. So perfect combo for me, P&S Rehab with a HDO orange. And while you're polishing, might as well polish the windshield, the glass. But for me, I would not skip a windshield polish on any major detail. So after this, I did use a panel prep or an alcohol step on that windshield, and I applied Rain-X. So since I've talked about Rain-X, I've received a few windshield coating that I'm currently testing. I've been really, really impressed with the ease of use of those new products on the market. Now I'm testing their efficiency and performance in the real world with actual rain. So more on that in a next video. But Rain-X is a trusted product. Make sure you get the right version. So I'll leave the exact link and product down below for you. Now after the polish is done, most of the gloss was attained with the polishing step. I decided to do a panel prep on that superb Porsche GT4. So using the Armor Detail Supply panel prep has a mint scent. Great panel prep, especially for the next product. Now for the front lip situation, really bad, really beat up by the track days. So what I decided to use is lithium auto care trim cubes. This is graphene infused ceramic coating made to restore your plastic trim, specifically the plastic, the porous type of plastic. So it comes with that prep spray that you apply before. It comes with 4 of those individual package trim cubes. If I'm not mistaken, you get 4 in that package. So really great. This product has been proven on the market, tested by Dimitri's Garage and others online. This is really robust protection when it comes to trim and all that. So can't wait to use it again. Worked really nice on that Porsche, as you can see. So 2 thumbs up to the trim cubes. I'll have the link down below. Now, when it came to protect that Porsche GT4, it was really important for me to choose the right product. So I had a discussion with the owner. This car is not a daily driver. It's mainly used for the track and for the weekend type of rides. So to offer one of the best protection with that situation, I decided to go with Armor Detail Supply Phobic. Great packaging, great brand. I really fell in love with this product this year. I've applied it on a few cars and the ease of use is excellent. The user experience is great. This product is a real ceramic coating, solvent base. It beads and it performs like a real full-blown long-term ceramic coating. But as far as the durability, we'll have to see because I have applied it on my personal car and on a different car that's gonna come back, and I've already maintained it after 2 or 3 months on the application, and I'm having some doubts on the flat or the horizontal panel. The water beading was not that great on one car, so I'll keep an eye on it and make sure to update you guys along the way. And that's exactly my concern when it comes to recommending ceramic coatings or protection product. The problem is there's companies out there that are gonna offer you the most easy product to apply, but if you test them long term, they're not gonna last. And on the other hand, you have those brands who offer a long-term durability, but the product is a pain in the butt to apply and to remove. So more on that later, guys. You already know my favorite ceramic coating is Pan the Organizer 3 and 8 year. Just well done, and the balance between ease of use is excellent and the durability is the best I've seen so far. Now, as far as the ceramic coating applicator, some of you guys might recognize this one. This is the Puck applicator from the rag company. Great applicator. It has the plastic bar in it, so you don't consume as much ceramic coating or liquid that penetrates through. So great applicator, but don't like the shape because it's round. You're not precise with your panel, with your following the edge or being organized within your panel when applying your coating. I much prefer those square type of applicator. Those are really thick. I'll leave the link down below for those. So after the coating is done, great shine, great looking car. I cannot say good enough things about how this car looks. So I'll give you a few shots here. But to top it off, the tire dressing, like I said many times, I'm gonna repeat myself, one of my favorite part of the detail is to apply a tire shine. And for this one, once again, I decided to use NV Car Care Onyx. Great tire dressing. I like the gel that comes out of this bottle. Great product. Now, if you wanna know more about Phobic and see the application on a full detail that I did earlier, you'll want to watch that video right here.